What is the mix of mobile, if you look at it that way, in terms of the overall opportunity, spend, and growth?
Well, it is the big thing. I mean, there are three things you and I have discussed it before. One is, what's going to happen to traditional newspapers. If you look at time spent versus investment, linear TV is that going to have more pressure against over the top, and then the third thing is mobile, where we know that people are spending about a quarter of their time, whatever it is, on mobile. And yet it only accounts for about 12% of spending. So that's out of kilter, and it has to change. Now, why is it? Well, technology, the bandwidth, the devices, the screens are not big enough, not good enough yet. Although they've got, I'm amazed myself. I watched Deutschland 83 on my mobile phone. Now, partly because it was in German and I don't understand German, so I was reading the subtitles, so I didn't have to listen to it. But I watched Mo Farah win the 5 and 10,000 meters in Brazil, in Rio, on the BBC website, actually, without advertising. Not BBC World Service, I mean, that does have advertising. So I think there's a lot of development, technological development and bandwidth development to come. 5G will obviously be important. In India, of course, we've seen literally the explosion of 5G with Mukesh Ambani launching 5G, having invested $16 billion without receiving a dollar of revenue. And Facebook and Google tell me the utilization rates, penetration rates, the graph looks like that. They've never seen any country in the world with such penetration so quickly. So it's changing very rapidly, but clearly these agencies that you say, saying that the first thing they do is mobile, I don't think that's true. I mean, it should be true, or it should be amongst one of the first things, but as yet, we still haven't developed mobile advertising as well as it should be.
So there's the link of technology bandwidth. What about creativity and what the creative agencies are doing for mobile first, or for vertical video?
Well, I think if you said to me, over the last year or so, what are the things that have impressed me in our industry in terms of differentiation? I mean, in a sense, I think of myself trying to be chief differentiation officer. What can we do at WPP that will differentiate ourselves against the direct competition? I'm not talking so much about the consulting companies or Google and Facebook if they are a frenemy, or Salesforce and Adobe and Oracle. I'm talking about our direct competitors. And there are three things. One is the rise of digital asset management with platforms and systems. The second has been the growth of Mad Men and Maths Men, understanding what happens from a data point of view and how it impacts media. But the third thing has been the growing influence of digital agencies. The digital agencies are increasingly coming into the picture with the client, let's call it below the line in digital. It's not below the line anymore, it's probably above the line, or as much above the line as the traditional above the line. But penetrating through the digital door and then assuming agency of record responsibility for the above the line too, sometimes even without a pitch. I've seen that several cases. You take VML, one of our agencies, which has been spectacularly successful with an Electrolux or with a New Balance or with a Wendy's. They come in through the digital door and then expand their relationship. And even sometimes they're regarded as being full service agencies in the sense of not just digital agencies. That is a big difference. And those companies are increasingly attacking the mobile space because that's where the big opportunity is. We calculate, if you want to put a number on it, if you take the usage statistics, time spent versus industry investment, it should be about double where it is. There's about 20 billion being spent on mobile advertising in the US alone. It should be 40, 45. So you're talking about a $20 to $25 billion opportunity.